Good morning.
Hey Tony, how's it going?
It's going well, Jadyn. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. I think we're recording and everything is going fine. I'm a big fan of Scorpion, by the way. It
Oh, that's cool.
was such a fun show and everybody in it was just a great ensemble piece.
Yeah, that was definitely a really cool experience.
And you got to work with one of my dear friends, Perry Gilpin.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious.
Uh,
I'm just crack up like all the time when she was on set.
and now we're talking about Needle in a Time Stack. It's this is an emotional journey.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because I think like sometimes with the sci-fi like genre, like at first glance, you're thinking like, ooh, like time travel and all of that. And I just think there's a lot of depth as far as like questions that it causes us to sort of like inquire about.
Yeah, it does. But I think deeper than that, it's all about I think where we want to be on in any given time as well. I mean, there are people that can't live in the present. They're either in the past or they're dreaming about the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like in terms of that viewpoint, like I think that that's where I really appreciate Zoe's point of view, right? I think there's this acceptance of like, we exist in a time travel world, and there's that going with the flow aspect. Obviously, there are some things that happen which kind of gets her to reassess, her point of view on some things. But I would say, yeah, like that being in the present, it's definitely something that I felt like she was just kind of part of her way of being.
You have a very unique acting style, which I really appreciate. Do you, because you're a musician, a pianist, do you find rhythms and cadences in acting roles?
Not intentionally, Tony, not intentionally. It's funny, with this piece, I think, working with John, I did find that like there was a specificity in terms of like finding the rhythm with the language, the musicality of her. So I know that it definitely felt like present while we were sort of exploring this. Um, but who knows if like all those years in piano like class really did anything. Who knows?
Who knows? Do you sign on to a project because of the other cast members, or is it because of the script?
I think that it with this particular project for me, I just saw it was the regular route as far as like cast, like auditioning and whatnot. But I saw John Ridley's name and it's like, okay, hi. um like anytime he's exploring a topic, I'm ready to sort of pay attention and jump in. As far as the cast, like I what I knew of sorry about that. What I knew of Leslie was that everyone was obsessed with Hamilton, right? And with Cynthia, it's like I had a chance to watch her on Broadway before filming that, so I was ecstatic. They're very, very talented, and obviously with Frida in Orlando as well.
What a blessing to work with this type of cast. I mean, Cynthia of obviously is at the top of her game, and she is just brilliant.
Yeah, it's so lovely. Most of my I got to play mostly with Leslie, but it was just, again, it's just such a cool like ensemble, and really cool to see what they were doing with it as well.
In the future, will you be hopping behind the camera more and more? Will you be directing, producing?
That's the hope. um Yeah, I'm exploring some arenas right now, and that's the intention.
Well, you've been doing this for quite a while. I think that you would have a great eye and a very good shorthand with actors as far as being a director.
We'll see. one can never project that, but yes, that's the ideal situation.
As we wind down our interview, what do you think people are going to take away once they watch Needle in a Time Stack?
I think there's so many things to take away, and I think one is, we sort of live in this connected chaos of unknowns, right? And I feel like the film sort of poses this like possibility, and that is to like, but believe in love, that's something to believe in, and that's something to hang on to search for, to fight for. So yeah, that's what I would say for that.
Thank you so much for your time, Jadyn. It's such an honor and a pleasure to chat with you. I loved you in Scorpion. You are terrific in Needle in the Time Stack, and just about everything that you do is totally cool. You're one cool person.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, Tony.
Thank you so much, Jadyn. Bye bye.